And the spontaneous flow of God's thoughts in you, okay? They come easily, they are gentle, they are light, they're never demanding. Unless there's an urgency situation, and it can be an urgency that is different to demanding. And they will produce a special reaction in you. When God speaks to you, and it really is God, and you know it is God, there's a feel that comes with it. There's a quickening. There's an excitement. There's a sense of faith. There is a sense that you've touched God. God. Now that's a feel. It's not a voice. It's a certain reaction you have. And you have to learn to recognize that reaction, you know? And those reactions are very, very important. You know, Satan bombards your mind and your emotions, but God knocks gently on the door of your heart, you know. It's very, 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 very different. And all spontaneous thought, you know, must be subject to the witness of the Spirit. That's another thing which is not a voice. It's a feeling. We'll look at that in a moment. And, you know, Jesus said, I will knock on the door of your life. That scripture in Revelation chapter 3, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If you hear my voice, I will come in and I'll talk to you. I'll have fellowship with you. Now, he's not talking to the ungodly there. He's talking to the church. That scripture's talking to the church. We use it for salvation, and that's valid. But essentially, he's standing outside your life, knocking on your door. Now, it says, if you will hear, that's the first thing, if you'll hear that knock, and if you respond to it, he said, I'll talk to you. I'll have fellowship with you. But you see, how does God knock on your door? Okay, we're going to look at a few things here, just learning to hear that knock. You see, we're not talking about a physical knock, though God can do that. We're not talking about that. How does he knock on the door of your life? You're driving your car down the road and God knocks on your door. What does that sound like? Okay. It can be in the middle of the night and just you wake up with a sense of God's presence. That's all it is. You wake up and there's a sense of God's presence. What happened? God knocked on your door. Now, if you'll open the door, which usually means you have to get up. Because if you don't, you're going to go back to sleep. Okay? Get up. You've got to get up, go into another room and say, what, Lord? What is it? What do you want? Begin to just quietly worship the Lord, look to the Lord, and there'll come a communication out of the heart of God to your heart. But if you don't open the door and you don't take the time, you know, you miss it. It's gone. You know how many of you woke up in the middle of the night and there's a song going through your mind? Yeah? Getting your attention. You know? You've got to think, okay. And let's not be religious. It doesn't have to be a Christian song. I have had some of the most unusual songs go through my head in the middle of the night. Yeah, and it's like, oh, yes. Okay, you got to respond to that. Look at the words of that song. That's the communication. What is he saying? You know, have you ever gone way into you get up in the morning and suddenly after an hour or so you suddenly realize there's a song going over and over in your head, and you hardly notice it, but it's there, and you can't get rid of that. It's a knock on your door, and you go through our day, ignore it. You might even sing it, but you miss the message. You see, And if you say, oh, okay, Lord, you're knocking on my door, just draw aside for a while and say, what is it? What are you saying to me? Look at the words of the song that's gone through your mind. Why are you saying this to me, Lord? What is it? If you open the door, take the time to open the door, He'll come in and communicate with you, have fellowship with you. You say, but we miss so much because we miss the knock, or we don't take the time to open the door and draw aside. And learning to, get that. Songs in the night. Have you been walking down the street or in your room and you felt somebody called your name? You turn around, there's nobody there? What is that? You say, okay, Lord. Okay, what is it? He just called your name. That came out of the spirit realm. Say, okay, open the door. Open the door means to take a little time. And say, what? What is it, Lord? See? Sudden hunger for God. For no reason you've got a hunger for God. It just comes on you. That's another knock. Draw aside and He'll satisfy that. He wants to talk to you. Or they can also be, there are many ways, but, there can be awareness of a fragrance of the Lord. That's a knock. He's let you smell that He's there. Getting your attention, you see. You respond to Him. Now you've got to learn, there'll be 2 or 3 ways which God uses a lot in your own life to knock on your door. You've got to learn what they are, and you've got to learn how to respond adequately to Him. And He'll come in and He'll talk to you. And this happens during the day. And it's like if you draw aside, just worship and wait, be still, fix your heart upon the Lord and just love Him, and you'll find that spontaneity will start to flow to you. God will start to speak. It'll just start. And, flowing without any exertion on your part. If you're going to learn to walk with the Lord in the Spirit, you've got to learn to be sensitive to Him in many, many of these ways. Spiritual language. It's not always like in our native tongue. It doesn't always come to us. Sometimes it comes to us other ways.